Kick streamer YouTube Vitality will be in a Filipino prison for 24 to 36 months, 2 to 3 years, awaiting his trial as they plan on making an example out of him. So he has to wait 2 to 3 years in the Philippines before he even gets a hearing, which means he doesn't even find out. Let's say he's not guilty. Let's do the best case scenario, even though he's done some pretty just dumb things. Let's say he's not guilty. He still has to serve 2 to 3 years before he gets someone seeing to him to prove his innocence. It's kind of crazy, but listen to these conditions, man. This is crazy.
Get out until the court hearing is finished. The court in the Philippines is packed, and it's very backed up. It's super slow, which means 2 to 3 years before trial. We have a guaranteed minimum, even if he was not guilty, of 2 to 3 years. Amazing.
And wait until you hear about the conditions that he's going to be staying in for the next 2 to 3 years, because it's not great.
He will not receive special treatment. He will have the same meals, 70 pesos, $1.20 per day.
Damn.
He's sharing a jail cell with multiple inmates. He's going to have multiple Filipinos in that jail cell with him.
Crazy.
And no air conditioning. The average temperature is 97 degrees Fahrenheit. Means he cannot get out.
I don't know what that is in degrees Celsius, but bro, it's fucking hot over there. I've heard. So damn, bro. Rip Vitality, man. This is what happens when you play stupid games. You get stupid prizes. You know what I mean? You get stupid consequences for your actions. He's done this his entire career, bro. You know, I was happy when he was doing like the predator catching stuff. You know, doing good for society. People say it was scripted, whatever, but I didn't think it was. I think at least some of it was legit. He was doing good. You know, he turned his career and his life around. Has a break because he realizes that clearly he's getting old and people are getting sick of it. And then he goes to do this shit to try and get viral again because he fell off. It's like every time this man has a bit of success, the dopamine is worth more than his life. You know, he did the pyramid thing. You know, if you don't know the whole pyramid story with him, go look it up. He's done some crazy shit throughout his career, man. And, you know, there's a balance between views and life, you know. There's a trade-off. If you're going to do crimes like he did, you're going to get caught. You're doing it on a live stream. I don't know what he was fucking thinking. People were saying he was on drugs or something. That's quite a big possibility. He was bragging about how sober he was for a long period of time. Shout out to him if that's true, but he hasn't spoken about it in a while too. You know what I mean? Maybe he did break his cycle. Just saying. Alrighty. Neon's reaction to Vitality's arrest in the Philippines, facing 10 plus years in prison for harassing and assaulting Filipino citizens. Okay, well that 10 plus years thing is possibility, but we know for a fact he's going to be in there for at least 2 to 3.
Let me speak on this, chat. I see y'all laughing and shit. I'm gonna be completely honest, bro, okay? And y'all could get mad at me. You can say what you want. Bro, I had this fear in my heart when I dealt with a situation in a certain country. And this is the worst feeling in the fucking world. Being in a third world country, being in a country that isn't run the same as the US, it's so scary, bro. It really is, bro. It really is fucking scary, man. The things he did were so dumb. He harassed cops, he harassed fast food workers, he did all this shit. He had to have been on some type of drug. There's no way...
bro, it's kind of crazy. What he did, the shit he was doing over there is so disrespectful. Especially when you're in a foreign country, man. Show some respect. Shout out to the Philippines, man. We love the Philippines here. But you know what I mean? It's like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? Doing crimes is going to get you viral? Like, what? Clearly he wasn't thinking straight. He apparently fired his entire team, his entire, other workers that were helping him out. Like, he's just an idiot, bro. He made bad decisions, probably under the influence, and he was so arrogant and so much clout chasing. This is a thing, like, this is an actual disease. This clout chasing behavior in this industry is an actual disease, bro. It's insane. It's the truth. Like, Vitality is a clear as day example of clout chasing and chasing for validation and attention and clicks as a disease. It's a disease. And if you aren't careful, you'll let it consume you and you're cooked. Vitaly is now facing, at least 2 to 3 years in jail before he will get seen and before he will have a hearing. Like, there's real consequences for your actions. And a lot of people in this industry think just because you're a streamer, you're immune to everything. No, you're not. And especially when you're in another country, bro. Like, what are you thinking? Different rules, different regulations. Show some respect. You didn't have to do all those cooked things to get clicks. You didn't get that much engagement from it. The engagement you're getting from it now is you being in jail and you're not reaping any benefits for it. You're cooked. You're cooked. It's Vitality's situation is a example of the clout chasing disease taking over your mind. It is unhealthy. This is a clear as day example of the internet becoming an unhealthy place. Vitaly. So President froze Vitaly in nightmare prison after seeing his stream. Let's watch this. This has been me.
I don't think things can be too worse for the absolute moron of an IRL streamer, Vitaly, as the president of the Philippines just made a reaction video to his incredibly stupid live stream. If you live stream yourself committing several crimes in a foreign country and the president of the nation reacts to it saying, hey, we're not going to be lenient here, what do you even say to that? I guess it's just safe to say that you're in for a bad time. Obviously, we're talking about Vitaly, one of the original pranksters on YouTube who completely crashed out in the worst way possible by attacking a random jogger in Miami. Then came back a few years later and actually did pretty well streaming until his entire team left him. Now, you can speculate why that would happen, but fly out to the Philippines and join forces with another kick streamer by the name of Sly Kane, who's a Filipino and actually is currently wanted, but this is the guy who filmed him while he was being an absolute moron in the Philippines. And these actions range from stealing motorcycles to crashing a tuk-tuk, threatening to rob a woman, stealing multiple security guards' hats, stealing an industrial fan from a restaurant, stealing a red light mask from a vendor, and harassing dozens of people. And actually, now there's more things that came to light. So more charges will be added shortly because the thing about these IRL streamers is they live stream themselves committing all these felonies. So all the prosecutors
It's crazy, bro. And Kick's not going to support this shit too because Kick is trying to become a platform that can compete with Twitch. It's trying to become a better platform. And they're trying to remove these types of people away. So Vitaly could possibly get banned, bro. I'm surprised he didn't get banned when this shit was happening.
Have to do is just sit and go through all their streams and charge them accordingly. Overall, just a terrible idea to do this in a country that has their jail cells that look like this. A few things have happened since we last covered the situation. More clips of Vitaly acting like a moron in the Philippines have resurfaced, as already stated. Clips of the jail that he's been held in has came out. The president has reacted to his live stream he's facing 24 years in prison for, and his cameraman seems to be on the run, as he's wanted for questioning, and he's live streaming on Kick rather than turning himself in. So, we have quite the video today, but
that is crazy. How they've not caught him? How are you live streaming in a foreign country? You're wanted for questioning by the authorities, and you're still able to stream? The fuck are they doing? What are they doing over there, bro?
Let's start with the president. So on April 14th, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sat down and reacted to Vitaly's live stream. And here he had quite a few things to say about Vitaly.
Give me your story now. Give me your story now. Give me right. Yes, sige, take it right. Ang isa pa nating nakita ngayong linggo, yung kagalit-galit na pinanggagawa ng isang foreign vlogger sa ating mga kababayan. I'm gonna rob you. Biro man ito o hindi, sino naman Pilipino ang hindi kukulo ang dugo sa napapanood natin?
What a crazy, bro. So fucking crazy.
Bakit nakakalungkot dahil ito isang naging bahagi na ng social media na nagkakaroon ng mga vlogger na nanggugulo lang, nang aasar lang, nang buwisit lang, nang babastos lang para makakuha ng mga viewers.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, if you have the president
talking about this is weak as piss. What do you mean weak as piss? That's fucking insane that he's talking about it. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Chance of him actually being let out anytime soon.
It's kind of time talking about a live streamer. I mean, true, but it's a smaller country. It's a third world country. And I mean, there's a lot more live streamers over there, so it's a bit harder to catch the news. You know what I mean? Circumstantial.
Dystopian to watch a president of a nation address degenerate IRL streamers, but I guess 2025 actions will have 2025 reactions.
Huwag tayong sasama dyan sa ganyang klaseng ugali. Hindi naman ganyan ang ugaling Pilipino. Asahan ninyo, yung mga gumagawa ng ganyan, hindi natin pababayaan na patuloy nilang ginagawa.
Tapos na po ang mga dayuhan, akala nila kaya na lang napastangin mga Pilipino. Ito ay ehemplo na seryoso tayo na sa sariling bayan natin. Hindi tayo magpapabukas sa kanya.
The government just announced that Vitaly will be used as an example to show the world that they will not tolerate this behavior. I think Vitaly somehow has landed at the top of the list when it comes to social media Darwinism. He essentially let his hunger for clout completely destroy his life for extremely little upside. And the dude clearly was an...
He has the addiction for clout. he's in big trouble. Exactly.
Ops and live streaming on Facebook, the police chase. This is very similar. It's kind of baffling. I guess just certain IRL streamers are just some of the most fascinating criminals because who in their right mind would live stream all their crimes and then live stream themselves on the run? Like, you would think this is a parody, but I guess this is just the new reality. Meanwhile, more footage of Vitaly's behavior in the Philippines have now just came out.
Follow me, follow me.
Wait.
I need toilet, toilet, toilet. Toilet, please, toilet. Toilet, please. Toilet, toilet. Toilet, please. I'm about to take... Ay, caca. Caca. No, 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 no. No, no, no. This is not how you make the burger. Show me how you do it. Don't worry, brother. I got it. Don't worry. I'm the manager. My name is Vitaly. McDonald. Ronald McDonald.
The fuck? Cringe, bro.
Imagine adding trespassing and disruption of a business to your criminal record in the Philippines for a terrible joke on your live stream. Dude must have just been way too used to living in LA, as he just assumes by default that there will be no consequences as long as he doesn't commit a serious crime. But then to make things even worse for himself, he doesn't end the joke there. He continues to harass these employees and then steals the food.
The manager told me to cook. We need some salt and pepper, so make me look for it. All right, motherfucker, I got some. Salt, give me salt.
No, that's
Can I have salt,
What are
please,
they
sir?
doing, bro?
Sorry, don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm making a meal. Okay, we're out. That's it. That's it. I'll pay. Let me see what the I just cooked.
Yeah, I know he said he was going to pay
The
for it there, but I
fuck?
didn't see him pay for it. But overall, I mean, he somehow just lowered the bar from his past content. Like back in the day, Vitaly would harass minimum wage workers here in the US for content. Now he's going to less privileged countries to harass their minimum wage workers for
Did
content.
Kick sponsor this too? I heard Kick wanted him over there for content. They invested in him. Apparently, it didn't cost him anything. I could be wrong, but bro, Kick is going to be like, yeah, it's bad look optically. I will not be surprised if they completely distance themselves from him.
It's like he started falling down a staircase a decade ago, and he's still falling down that same staircase today. The dude took a 15-hour flight to harass strangers for content and ended up being locked up in an absolute nightmare jail. Apparently, the place that he's in is known as the Gulag.
Now, they call it the Gulag, an immigration detention center in the Philippines that has been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Detainees claim the center is squalid, rat-infested, and overcrowded.
Right.
Fuck that. Fuck that, chat. Chat. Rat infested? Fucking hell, man. That is trash, bro. That is crazy, bro. Will, what the hell are you talking about, bro? Okay, guys, relax. Relax. Chill out.
Here's some more recent footage.
He's currently locked up in Camp Bagong Diwa, which isn't exactly a wellness retreat. It's overcrowded, undersupplied, and looks like something out of a post-apocalyptic horror flick. Think sweat, mildew, 30 guys to a cell, and about as much personal space as the inside of a sardine can. This isn't a short stay. This isn't wait and holding overnight and post bail in the morning. Because there is no bail. That's right. Zero bail, zilch, nada. And no, it's not because someone forgot to process the paperwork. It's because he is considered a flight risk, a foreigner with no strong ties to the country other than a criminal record forming in real time.
Fucking hell, bro. You guys
aren't taking chances. He's staying put.
And I guess what makes this just so incredibly ironic is apparently he wanted to go to jail.
Nobody controls me. If I go to jail,
He got put out. Yeah, right.
I'll go to jail. I'm a grown man. But you, I respect you. I am coming down. I am. I'm going to go eat. I'm having fun with the chat. I know what I'm doing. It's not my first rodeo. And I'm not going to say, oh, don't arrest me. Here's the money. I will go to jail. I'm a proud man. I love jail. I get it up there for free. I don't have to pay.
Yeah, but he's saying that now, bro. You're probably eating fucking rats and shit. And smelling like shit. And having sweaty armpits in your mouth. Like, fuck that. And dirty feet. Fuck that shit.
And I still don't even understand why he did all this. There's so much content of his streams when he's out in the Philippines where he's actually being a great guy, giving away phones and shoes to not so fortunate people. But still, he decided to do all of this on top of that. Why wouldn't he just still keep his streams at being a nice guy, giving away to the less fortunate, and just continue making content without harassing random locals? And he wouldn't have been in jail right now. He wouldn't be banned on Kick, and he wouldn't be facing decades in prison.
So he's banned on Kick. Oh my god. Well, shout out to Kick for disassociating themselves to that, because that is not a good brand. You want, you know, your fucking your streaming platform to represent. They're trying to move it away from that shit. So shout out to Kick. Vitality, you're cooked.
Prison in Philippines.
You're
It's like, dude, you were almost there. You were on the right path.
L Kick, W Kick, bro. They did the right thing, man. They did the right thing. Kick's a good platform. Chat, would you be mad if I moved to Kick? Because I used to stream on there. Would you guys be mad if I moved back? Let me know.
Watching some of the clips of him actually being positive, it's good content. It's actually not bad at all. But then, right after he gives away some phones, he immediately goes out and starts harassing people. It's like, dude, you're almost there. But for some reason, I guess he had the urge to where he thought that the only way he would gain a viewership is if he harassed strangers or did like crazy things.
It's just a timeout until he's freed from jail. Yeah, right.
things. And there might be some truth to that, but the extra bump in viewers is not worth a decade in prison. Because I'm hearing it'll take roughly 1.5 to 3 years just for him to get sentenced. And then most likely the sentence is going to be anywhere from 3 to 10 years, which is insane. Absolutely not worth the attention on Kick. 40s. But during that stream that caused this downfall, the Kick mods actually started getting onto him saying, hey, we're going to have to ban you for what's currently going on. And this is how he responded.
Really? My content's too much. Helping people is too much. Oh, thank you guys for the W stream, bro. I'm gonna talk to the big boss.
Dude, just because you
Bro, that is the sickness of clout, chat. That is the sickness of
donated
clout.
money doesn't give you a free pass to go harass strangers on the street. But apparently the higher ups on Kick, they were not having it whatsoever.
How come you guys don't tell the big boss what I do? Moderators, Kick moderators, if you're in the chat.
Vitality's on something? Yeah, for sure, Draco.
How come you don't tell Eddie? How come you don't tell the big boss, other names, Akila and everybody, what I do on Kick? Yo, Vitaly's changing lives. He's gambling with losses and wins and helping lives. As soon as I do something wild, did you say anything to them what I'm actually doing? Exactly, bro. I'm on Kick for a reason. W Kick, W Eddie, W everybody on the team.
Again, dude did a lot of charity on stream.
Stuck with catch. Yeah, bro. 100% he should have.
But that's no excuse for the laundry list of felonies that he live streamed himself doing. The only reason he
Welcome back, Ben.
did all that is because he was streaming on Kick.com. So I'm not surprised Kick banned him. But honestly, that's the least of his problems. It'll definitely be interesting to see what happens and when his first hearing will be. But either way, we'll be covering it. So definitely subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.